dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Mostert is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Mostert.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Sanders' kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Mahomes' throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Nothing after one on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They'll run with Mostert.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Raheem Mostert
punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now a second down and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they... General West! Watch the twit! Watch the... Hey, Foxtrot! Foxtrot! Ready?
Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike's 59! Mike's 59! They can't hang with us! Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Here we go!
Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, Alpha. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
Completes this out left to Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Hey, Zoo! 52! I'm coming for you! You must! Hey, Mike 52! Mike 52!
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. We own them. We own them. Mic 52, mic 52.
From the 39, Lawrence. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You. Check. 52's the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Switch up. Hey, Delta. Mike, boys, 52. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. You're out. Check 31. Get it.
Now Lawrence rolling to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Pick your game up. 25. Check 25. Hard. Check. Rock it. Check safety. Two draw corkers. Hey, seam six.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Let's go, D. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Bullet high. Tote it.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 26. Check 26. Check out.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Mike 52, Mike 52. 61, matchbox, lights. Check hot route. Hot. Quick dad. Lock it. Fight.
A handoff for Etienne, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Alert. Hey, orbit.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Rush in. Check. X3. 218, jump it. Hey, wahoo.
Here's a give to Etienne. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Go. 30 base. Hey, exit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Go on. Protein spills. Check. Hey, lock it.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, I'm coming.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kenneth Murray charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down, here's Mostert again.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
They'll run with ETN. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
On play action, Lawrence. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Good job, D. Good
No
job.
gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mahomes going to throw it here. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
73 yards on the ground for him so far. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Dolphins, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next.